What makes them obsessed? Good evening, my friends. Obsession, it's a word that gets thrown around a lot. Some fear it, some misunderstand it, but the truth is, obsession is the fuel behind greatness. It's what drives the painter to pick up the brush at dawn, the entrepreneur to stay awake at night mapping out ideas, and the athlete to train even when no one's watching. Obsession isn't about luck or talent, it's about the fire in your soul that refuses to dim. But let's not romanticize this. Obsession has a cost. It demands your time, your energy, your focus. It asks you to give up comfort, embrace failure, and stay the course when others fall away. Obsession is a choice, a relentless commitment to becoming better than you were yesterday. So what makes them obsessed? What drives those individuals who rise above the rest? It's not just about their vision, their passion, or their talent. It's deeper than that. It's about discipline, grit, and an unshakable belief that why not me? Let me ask you, are you willing to commit? Not just to dabble, but to dedicate yourself? Are you ready to get up one more time after every failure? Because the truth is, obsession isn't reserved for the chosen few. It's available to anyone willing to pay the price. If you can tap into that fire, if you can embrace the grind, if you can stay hungry even when success whispers to you to stop, then you'll find yourself becoming the kind of person people talk about. The kind of person they're obsessed with. So ask yourself, what's holding you back? Because the world needs your obsession. And more importantly, you need it. Obsession is the invisible force that drives humanity forward. It's what compels a person to wake up every day with a relentless determination to chase their dreams. Without obsession, greatness would remain a distant concept, an unreachable peak. It is the fire that burns within, igniting passion and purpose, pushing individuals beyond their limits. Think about the most extraordinary achievements in history, the inventions, the masterpieces, the victories. None of those came from casual interest or fleeting inspiration. They were born out of an intense, almost consuming focus. Obsession is what turns an ordinary pursuit into an extraordinary mission. It transforms what seems impossible into something inevitable. The difference between someone who merely participates and someone who dominates is this: the obsessed don't stop. They don't stop when it's hard, when it's inconvenient, or when everyone else has given up. They're driven by something deeper, a hunger to reach heights that others can't even imagine. Obsession sharpens focus, it eliminates distractions and turns weakness into strength. It creates a kind of tunnel vision where every thought, action, and moment is dedicated to progress. It's not about perfection, it's about persistence. Every failure, every misstep becomes fuel for the fire, a lesson that propels them closer to their goal. Those who achieve greatness are not afraid of obsession. They embrace it. It's not a burden, it's a gift. A gift that demands everything but gives back something far greater: the realization of potential, the fulfillment of purpose, and the ability to leave a mark on the world that cannot be erased. Obsession doesn't just happen to people, it's a deliberate decision. It's not something that arrives at your doorstep uninvited or a feeling that takes over by chance. It's a choice you make consciously and repeatedly to pursue something with every ounce of energy and focus you have. This decision, though simple in its essence, is profound in its impact. Every day we are faced with choices. Do we settle for the ordinary, or do we strive for something greater? Do we let distractions pull us in 100 different directions, or do we commit ourselves to a singular purpose? Choosing obsession means prioritizing what truly matters to you above all else. It means saying no to comfort, to convenience, and to the countless temptations that promise short-term pleasure but deliver long-term regret. Obsession is a decision to take ownership of your life. It's about saying, this is what I want, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get it. It requires clarity, because without a clear vision, there is no direction. And without direction, there can be no obsession. The choice to be obsessed is the choice to live with intention, to align every action with your goals, and to hold yourself accountable for the results. But this choice is not made once, it's made every single day. It's made in the early mornings when you could sleep in but decide to get up and work. It's made in the late nights when exhaustion creeps in but you choose to push a little harder. It's made in the moments of doubt and frustration when giving up seems easier but you refuse to quit. Obsession is not for the faint of heart because it demands consistency, persistence, and sacrifice. Choosing obsession is choosing to be different. It's choosing to stand out in a world where mediocrity is accepted. It's choosing to chase the extraordinary while others settle for the ordinary. It's not about waiting for inspiration or motivation to strike. It's about creating your own fire and keeping it burning no matter what. When you understand that obsession is a choice, you realize the power you have. You're not a victim of circumstance or luck. You have the ability to decide your level of commitment, your level of effort, and ultimately your level of success. The question is, are you ready to choose obsession Obsession demands a price, and it's a price not everyone is willing to pay. When you choose to dedicate yourself fully to a pursuit, sacrifices become inevitable. Time, energy, relationships, and even moments of joy and leisure often take a backseat. The road to mastery and excellence is not paved with ease. It's lined with late nights, early mornings, and countless hours spent honing your craft while others are at rest. There's an emotional cost as well. Obsession can isolate you. Not everyone will understand your drive or your unwillingness to compromise. Some will call you extreme, relentless, or even unreasonable. Relationships may strain under the weight of your focus. You may find yourself standing alone, misunderstood, and criticized, all because you refuse to settle for less than your potential. Physically, obsession tests your limits. It will demand every ounce of strength you have and then ask for more. Your body and mind will feel the strain of the grind, the constant push to improve, and the unwillingness to accept mediocrity. Rest becomes a luxury, and comfort is a thing of the past because obsession isn't interested in ease, it's interested in growth. And then there's the cost of failure, because obsession doesn't guarantee success, it guarantees effort. You'll fail more times than you can count. You'll experience setbacks, disappointments, and moments where the weight of your ambition feels unbearable. You'll question yourself, your path, and whether it's all worth it. But here's the thing: obsession also sharpens you. It forces you to confront your fears, insecurities, and weaknesses. It demands that you grow, adapt, and become stronger than you were before. The cost of obsession may feel overwhelming at times, but it is also what makes the journey so meaningful. It separates those who dream from those who do, those who wish from those who achieve. Ultimately, the cost of obsession is the price of transformation. It's not an expense, it's an investment in becoming the person you were meant to be. It strips away the unnecessary and leaves you with a life filled with purpose and drive. And while the cost is high, the reward, the growth, the fulfillment, the legacy is far greater. Obsession requires sacrifice, and that sacrifice comes at a cost. It demands your time, long hours that others might spend relaxing, celebrating, or enjoying the comfort of the present. It takes your energy, pushing you to work harder and longer than you ever thought possible. While others sleep, you're grinding. While others celebrate small victories, you're striving for the next peak. The clock becomes irrelevant when obsession takes hold because every second feels like an opportunity to move closer to your goal. It also challenges your relationships. Obsession narrows your focus, and sometimes that focus excludes people who don't understand your drive. Friends and family may feel neglected, and misunderstandings can arise when your commitment seems to overshadow everything else. The people around you may question your choices, and their voices might echo doubt at moments when you need support the most. Isolation is often a companion on the road to greatness because obsession requires singular focus, and not everyone can walk that path with you. Emotionally, the cost is heavy. Obsession puts you in a constant state of striving, which means satisfaction can feel elusive. The hunger to achieve more leaves little room for rest or contentment. You may experience self-doubt, frustration, and moments where you feel like giving up. The stakes feel higher because you've put everything on the line, and failure can hit harder when you've invested so deeply. Physically, obsession can wear you down. The relentless effort and lack of balance often mean late nights, early mornings, and little time for recovery. Your body and mind are pushed to their limits as you prioritize progress over rest. Fatigue becomes a familiar feeling, but the drive to keep going overrides the signals telling you to slow down. Then there's the opportunity cost, what you leave behind in pursuit of your obsession. Hobbies, casual interests, and even moments of simple pleasure are often sacrificed. You trade immediate gratification for long-term goals, knowing that the rewards of obsession are not instant but deeply fulfilling. Everyday obsession asks you to choose comfort or growth, ease or effort, ordinary or extraordinary. The cost is high, but it's not wasted. The struggle, the sacrifices, and the pain all contribute to building something greater within you. And while the path is demanding, it forges strength, resilience, and purpose. Obsession comes with a cost, but for those who embrace it, the value of what's gained far outweighs what's given up. Comfort lulls you into a state of complacency where progress slows and ambition fades. It tempts you with ease and convinces you that you've done enough, achieved enough, or grown enough. Comfort whispers that it's okay to rest, to pause, to settle. But when you give in to comfort, you step away from the edge of your potential, the place where obsession thrives and extraordinary results are born. Obsession demands discomfort because discomfort is where growth happens. It's in the early mornings when the bed feels warm, but you get up anyway. It's in the long hours of practice or study when the rest of the world is relaxing. It's in pushing past fatigue, self-doubt, and fear to keep moving forward. Comfort has no place in that struggle. It doesn't challenge you or stretch you, it only holds you where you are, safe and stagnant. The danger of comfort is that it feels good. It's easy to fall into its trap, to tell yourself that you've earned a break, that you deserve to slow down. But obsession doesn't care about what feels good, it cares about what gets results. It knows that every moment spent indulging in comfort is a moment lost, a step further from your goals. Obsession isn't about being cruel to yourself, it's about being honest. It's about recognizing that the pursuit of the greatness requires discomfort, effort, and sacrifice. Comfort breeds routine, and routine often leads to mediocrity. Obsession, on the other hand, thrives on the challenge of the unknown, the push to improve, and the refusal to settle for anything less than excellence. It forces you out of the familiar and into the uncertain, where every action requires focus and effort. It's in those moments of discomfort that you discover your strength, your resilience, and your capacity to achieve more than you ever thought possible. When you prioritize comfort, you lose the urgency that obsession demands. You lose the fire that drives you to work harder, think bigger, and aim higher. Comfort tricks you into believing that you have time, that you can achieve your dreams later, that the effort can wait. But obsession knows the truth. There is no time to waste. Every second counts, and every moment of comfort is a moment that could have been spent chasing something extraordinary. Comfort is not a reward, it's a distraction. It pulls you away from the grind, the hustle, and the relentless pursuit of your purpose. It's not that comfort is inherently bad, it has its place, but obsession requires that you resist its pull. Because the path to greatness is not paved with ease or convenience, it's built on the sweat, struggle, and sacrifices of those who were willing to step out of comfort and into the fire. Failure is an inevitable part of any journey toward greatness. It is not a sign of weakness or inadequacy, but a critical component of growth and success. Failure teaches lessons that success cannot. It exposes your vulnerabilities, reveals your blind spots, and forces you to confront the areas where you need to improve. Without failure, there is no feedback, no reflection, and no opportunity to become better than you were yesterday. When you fail, you are given a choice, to give up or to rise again. Obsession demands that you rise. It challenges you to look failure in the face and say, this is not the end, this is a beginning. Every setback is a stepping stone, a chance to adjust your approach, refine your skills, and strengthen your resolve. Failure, when embraced, becomes a powerful teacher, guiding you towards smarter decisions and sharper focus. Failure humbles you. It strips away ego and forces you to start over, sometimes from scratch. It's in those moments of rebuilding that you discover the depth of your resilience and determination. You realize that failure is not a verdict, it's a step, one of many on the path to success. Each stumble and misstep becomes part of your story, a testament to your perseverance and grit. It's important to understand that failure does not define you, your response to it does. The most successful people in history did not succeed because they avoided failure, they succeeded because they refused to let failure stop them. They learned from it, adapted, and kept moving forward. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's a crucial part of the journey. Every great accomplishment is built on a foundation of failures. Each one adds to your experience, your wisdom, and your ability to navigate challenges. Failure pushes you out of your comfort zone, forcing you to innovate, experiment, and take risks. It eliminates complacency and reminds you that the pursuit of greatness requires effort, courage, and resilience. The fear of failure holds many people back. But those who are obsessed with their goals understand that failure is not something to avoid, it's something to embrace. It's proof that you are trying, that you are pushing yourself beyond your limits. Every failure brings you closer to success because it eliminates what doesn't work and brings clarity to what does. Failure is part of the process because it shapes you into the person capable of achieving your dreams. It sharpens your character, deepens your understanding, and builds the strength you'll need to sustain success. Without failure, there can be no true growth, no lasting achievement, and no meaningful progress. It's not a detour, it's the path itself. Discipline is the backbone of every great achievement. It is the force that keeps you moving forward when motivation fades and the excitement of starting something new gives way to the grind of consistency. While passion may ignite the spark, it is discipline that keeps the fire burning through the long nights, early mornings, and countless hours of effort required to reach your goals. Discipline is not glamorous, but it is essential. Discipline is about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's the ability to set aside fleeting emotions and focus on the bigger picture. Discipline doesn't rely on mood or convenience, it operates on commitment. It's waking up at 5 a.m. to train, staying up late to study, or saying no to distractions that pull you away from your purpose. Discipline is the quiet, consistent action that separates the dreamers from the doers. What makes discipline so powerful is its cumulative effect. Every small act of discipline builds on the last, creating momentum and progress over time. A single disciplined action may seem insignificant in the moment, but repeated consistently, it becomes the foundation of excellence. It's not about doing everything perfectly, it's about showing up day after day and putting in the work. Discipline turns intentions into habits and habits into results. Discipline also teaches resilience. It trains you to endure discomfort, delay gratification, and persevere through setbacks. When obstacles arise, it is discipline that keeps you steady and focused, reminding you that challenges are temporary but progress is permanent. It helps you weather the storms of doubt and frustration, keeping your eyes fixed on the horizon, even when the path feels uncertain. Discipline requires a level of self control that can be uncomfortable. It means making sacrifices for going short term pleasures and resisting the temptation to take the easy road. It's about prioritizing what truly matters over what feels good in the moment. But in doing so, discipline grants you the freedom to achieve your goals and live a life of purpose. More than just a tool for achieving success, discipline is a reflection of your character. It shows that you are willing to hold yourself accountable, that you respect your own goals and dreams enough to follow through on them. Discipline is a daily choice, a commitment to excellence, no matter the circumstances. At its core, discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It transforms potential into action and ambition into achievement. It's not easy, but nothing worth having ever is. Discipline is what separates the ordinary from the extraordinary, the dreamers from the achievers, and those who wish from those who succeed. Without it, even the greatest talent and the best intentions fall short. Discipline is the silent force that drives progress. It is the unwavering commitment to your goals, the ability to do what needs to be done, regardless of distractions, setbacks, or fleeting emotions. Without discipline, even the grandest dreams remain just that, dreams. It is discipline that transforms aspirations into reality, one deliberate action at a time. At its core, discipline is about consistency. It's not about occasional bursts of effort or enthusiasm, but about showing up every single day, no matter how you feel. It's about building routines and habits that keep you aligned with your purpose, even when motivation wanes. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is enduring. It doesn't rely on inspiration, but instead thrives on structure, routine, and an internal sense of responsibility. Discipline is often uncomfortable. It means pushing yourself to wake up earlier, stay longer, and work harder when others choose to stop. It demands sacrifice, the willingness to set aside immediate gratification for the sake of long-term rewards. Whether it's saying no to distractions or choosing to focus when the world pulls your attention in 100 directions, discipline is what keeps you on track. It also teaches resilience. Discipline prepares you to face challenges head on, to endure setbacks without losing momentum. It gives you the strength to keep moving forward when the road is hard and the results are slow to come. Discipline doesn't promise immediate success, but it does promise steady progress. It's about trusting the process, believing in the value of your efforts, and continuing to work even when you can't yet see the results. Every act of discipline builds character. It shapes you into someone reliable, consistent, and strong. It's not just about achieving external success, it's about developing internal integrity, the ability to keep promises to yourself and hold yourself accountable to your own standards. Discipline is a measure of how much you respect your own potential and how seriously you take your goals. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about persistence. It's about getting back on track after a misstep, about finding the will to keep going even when the path feels steep and progress feels slow. It's about making the hard choices and doing the work when no one is watching, because you know that every effort counts. Ultimately, discipline is what bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. It doesn't demand brilliance, but it does demand effort. It doesn't require talent, but it does require commitment. Discipline is the foundation upon which all success is built, the steady hand that guides you through challenges and the unshakable force that ensures you keep moving forward no matter what. An obsession has a magnetic quality that draws others in. When someone is truly obsessed with a goal, it shows in everything they do, in their passion, their work ethic, and their unwavering commitment. This intensity is contagious. People are inspired by those who pour their heart and soul into something because it reminds them of what's possible when you give everything to a cause. Obsession doesn't just achieve greatness, it sparks greatness in others. When you are obsessed, your actions speak louder than words. Your dedication, your persistence, and your refusal to settle create a powerful example for others to follow. People see the sacrifices you make, the effort you put in, and the progress you achieve, and it pushes them to reconsider their own limits. Your obsession becomes a mirror reflecting what's possible for anyone willing to commit fully to their dreams. Obsession inspires because it represents authenticity. It shows what it looks like to live with purpose, to pursue something with complete and total focus. In a world where distractions are constant and commitment is rare, obsession stands out. It's a reminder that true fulfillment doesn't come from half measures or casual effort. It comes from diving in completely, from being all in. There's something undeniably powerful about watching someone who is obsessed. Their energy, their drive, and their ability to push through challenges light a fire in those around them. It's not about perfection, it's about passion. Even when the obsessed stumble or fail, their willingness to get back up and keep going is a lesson in resilience. It shows others that failure isn't the end, it's part of the journey. Obsession also challenges others to question their own complacency. It asks, what could you achieve if you gave everything to your dream? What's stopping you from chasing what you truly want? It doesn't pressure others, it inspires them. It shows them that extraordinary results are possible, not because of talent or luck, but because of relentless effort and unshakable focus. When you are obsessed, your actions can ripple out far beyond yourself. They can ignite a spark in someone else, a coworker, a friend, a stranger who sees your drive and realizes that they too are capable of more. Obsession is a beacon, a signal to those who may have forgotten their own potential, reminding them that greatness isn't reserved for a select few. It's available to anyone willing to work for it. Obsession isn't just about achieving your own goals, it's about creating a legacy. It's about leaving behind a trail of inspiration for others to follow. It's about proving through your actions that extraordinary things can be accomplished when you dedicate yourself completely. In the end, obsession doesn't just change your life, it has the power to change the lives of those around you. So, I ask you today, what are you willing to become obsessed with? What dreams, what goals, what vision for your life will you choose to pursue with everything you have? Remember, obsession isn't about being consumed by something, it's about giving your all to what truly matters. It's about showing up every day, despite the struggles, despite the setbacks, despite the failures. Because in the end, obsession is what transforms dreams into reality. It's what inspires others to do the same. And it's the key to achieving greatness, not just for yourself, but for everyone who sees you push beyond the ordinary and into the extraordinary. Embrace it. Own it. Let your obsession lead the way.